Good morning, Faith Community. This is Pastor Cheryl Garby from First Wayne Street United Methodist Church. And actually, I'm speaking to you from my home, from the parsonage, as we continue to try to social distance a little bit, to model keeping one another safe. I wanted to say good morning. I wanted to thank all of our faith community for their patience as I continue to do these videos, learn how to do them, learn to use technology in new ways. A lot of us are feeling challenged, but we will make it through. So thank you for your patience with our efforts to stay connected, to share information, to keep you encouraged during these days. I want to offer a special shout out to a wonderful team that met last night. I hate to say at the church because we're trying to avoid that, but we kept our social distance. I want to say thank you to our AV team, Barclay Hall and Laura Vashon, who came. I want to thank Dr. Jeffrey North, our music director, and I'd like to thank Jesse North and Brenda Potter, who also came to help provide music, because I want to remind you that in-person worship at First Wayne Street is now suspended through Sunday, May the 3rd. So we are abiding by CDC regulations. We're taking this virus very seriously. We are not bringing the congregation together in person in the sanctuary to worship. And instead, we will be providing worship via YouTube and our website on Sunday mornings at 10. And that worship experience is also saved. So if you want to get up on Sunday morning at 10 like you're used to and keep that schedule going, you can enjoy the worship experience, but you can also access worship at another time if it's convenient for you. And so I want to thank our team for coming together to begin working with that technology. It was a little rough, I've got to tell you, after all these years of preaching in front of a live congregation that feeds me, that brings energy. I'm learning too. So it felt a little awkward. If it looks a little awkward when you see us leading worship, please understand we're learning and growing, but we're not allowing our fears or nervousness to get in the way of being with you in a new way. We still are gathering as a community to worship. I do want to let you know about another new exciting engagement, and that will be our Facebook posts on our First Wayne Street Facebook page. And we're planning some weekly devotionals, so be sure to check that out. Friend us, like us, share with us. On Mondays, Ella will be putting a children's message on the Facebook page that the kiddos can share and enjoy while they're locked up at home. On Tuesdays, I will be providing, hopefully, a word of encouragement and prayer and devotional thinking. Someone mentioned a TED Talk. I may make it my own little TED Talk, not 18 minutes, but to encourage you and keep you connected and remember that God is with us. So Monday's the children's message. Tuesday will be a devotional with me. On Wednesdays, our great Dr. North will be offering some devotional time through music. Music calms my soul. It touches my spirit. And so for those of you that love music, you can connect with Dr. North on First Wayne Street Facebook page with a devotional through music. And on Thursdays, you can enjoy Mark and Kim Truesdale as they continue our Life at the Table, not around the table at First Wayne Street, but around their table. That takes courage. So Life at the Table on Thursday. So First Wayne Street Facebook page, Monday for children, Tuesday with Pastor Cheryl, Wednesday, wonderful music, and Thursday, Life at the Table. Communication is a challenge. We are trying to use the website. We are trying to use Facebook. We are using MailChimp to get out to you. And all of those are effective to a degree, but we also know that we have church members who don't have technology, so we will be using some snail mail. That is so ineffective right now because with the pace of change, by the time you get the mailing from the church, we're finding that the information is out of date. So to the extent that you can, watch the church website, watch Facebook, watch your email box. Our communications coordinator is going to do her very best to keep pushing information out to you on a timely basis. If you are aware of other church members for whom technology is a challenge, pick up the phone and call them. This is always great during this time to find ways to care for one another. By phoning, by texting, by sending cards. Just keep in touch in the best way that you know how. Trying to think of a couple of other things that we have put into place. We are going to put together a team of shepherds. So if you are interested in being a calling shepherd, please give me a call, 812-881-1509. And our shepherds are going to be making calls out to our most vulnerable folks, just touching base with folks to make sure if there are any needs or anything that they are concerned about, things that we can pray for them. So if you are interested in being a shepherd, call me and I'll get you hooked up to our coordinator for that, and you can be in ministry that way. As a part of that ministry, a great question came up, and the question was, is communion available? We know that the Lord's Supper, Holy Communion, Eucharist, whatever you want to call it, is very important to worship. It's not going to be available right now for a variety of reasons. There's just not a good way for us to get it out in a sanitary way and with social distancing. And pastors and churches are really wrestling with this. Is there a good way to do it? And my response to you would be this: our acts of baptism with water and our acts of communion with bread and cup, those are using tangible human means to, in many ways, represent what God is able to do. And so the point here is simply to say communion is about communion between the community and God, communion between you and Christ. And so I challenge you to think about communion in a different way during this season. Think about communing with Christ through prayer. Think about communing with Christ through study of the scripture. Think about communing with Christ as a meditation between you and God. There is nothing sacrilegious about the fact that we're suspending in-person tangible communion for a season. Again, Jesus' great commandments are to love God and to love others, and we want to love others by limiting our contact in every way possible, so that even if we don't have symptoms, even if we don't have the coronavirus, we are not becoming carriers in any way of that for others. Do no harm, John Wesley says. So that's my news for today. Plan Sunday morning at 10 to tune in to streamed worship from First Wayne Street United Methodist Church by accessing the website www.fwsumc.org. When the page pops up, look for the little Facebook symbol, and right to the right of it is a little play arrow. You can tap on that. That's the YouTube Connect, and the worship service will come up. The other way that you can do it is go to Google and Google YouTube, and then search First Wayne Street United Methodist Church. And again, you will be able to see the service there. And if you tap the subscribe button, then you will automatically be notified anytime we're posting new live information. So those are the ways that you can connect with the service. You don't have to see it at 10 on Sunday. You can access the worship experience anytime, and we hope that you will do that. Please continue to be in prayer for the church, for our community, for healing. And now I'm going to let you go, because I am going to go and give blood. Take care. Blessings.